Happy Groundhog Day. This is a continuation of the study of the animals of the Bible. This study is about eagles. Revelation 12:14. To the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle. Not only that, Ezekiel 17:7, there was also another great eagle with great wings and many feathers. And behold, this vine did bend her roots towards him, and shot forth her branches towards him, that he might water it by the furrows of her plantation. Among the fowls that shall not be eaten, they are an abomination: the eagle, the ossifrage, and the osprey. The eagle is an abomination. Don't eat it. Leviticus 11:13. Proverbs 30:18 and 19. There are 3 things which are too wonderful for me, for which I know not. The way of an eagle in the air, the way of a serpent upon a rock, the way of a ship in the midst of the sea, and the way of a man with a maid. Eagles in there 34 times. That's quite a bit. Exodus 19:4, have ye seen what I did to the Egyptians, how I bare you on eagle's wings and brought you to myself. Here's all of Leviticus 11. We just read it. Here's Leviticus 13 about the abominable birds. So I'll just read all the abominable birds. Leviticus 11:13. And these you shall detest among the birds. They shall not be eaten. They are detestable: the eagle, the bearded vulture, the black vulture, the kite, the falcon of any kind, any raven of any kind, the ostrich, the nighthawk, the seagull, the hawk of any kind, the little owl, the cormorant, the short-eared owl, barn owl, tawny owl, carrion vulture, the stork, the heron of any kind, the hoopoe, and the bat. Deuteronomy 14 says something similar. You may eat all the clean birds, but you shall not eat any of the following: the griffin vulture, the bearded vulture, black vulture, various kites, falcons, all kinds of crows, the eagle, owl, kestrel, long-eared owl, all species of hawks, little owl, screech owl, barn owl, horned owl, osprey, cormorant, the stork of any kind of heron, hoopie, and the bat. Also, all winged insects are also unclean, for you shall not be eaten. Any clean winged creatures you may eat, but all winged insects are also unclean, shall not be eaten. Deuteronomy 28:49, the Lord shall bring a nation against thee from afar and from the ends of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth. A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. Deuteronomy 32:11, as an eagle stirreth up her nest, fluttereth over her young, and spreadeth abroad her wings, taketh them, beareth them on her wings. 2 Samuel 21:23, Saul and Jonathan were lovely and pleasant in their lives, and in their death they were not divided. They were swifter than eagles, they were stronger than lions. Job 9:26, they are passed away as the swift ships, as the eagle that hasteneth to the prey. Job 39:27, doth the eagle mount up at thy command, and make her nest on high? Psalm 103:5, who satisfieth thy mouth with good things, so that thy youth is renewed like the eagles? Proverbs 23:5, wilt thou set thine eyes upon that which is not? For riches certainly make themselves wings. then fly away as an eagle towards heaven. Proverbs 30:17, the eye that mocketh at his father and despises to obey his mother, the ravens of the valley shall pick it out, and the young eagles shall eat it. Isaiah 40:31, but they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. Jeremiah 4:13, behold, he shall come as the clouds, and his chariots shall be as the whirlwind. His horses are swifter than eagles. Woe unto us, we are spoiled. Jeremiah 48:40, for thus saith the Lord, behold, he shall fly as an eagle, he shall spread his wings over Moab. Jeremiah 49:16, thy terribleness hath deceived thee in the pride of thy heart, O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, that holdest the height of the hill. Though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, saith the Lord. Jeremiah 49:22, behold, he shall come up and fly as the eagle, and spread his wings over Basra, and at that day shall the heart of the mighty men of Edom be as the heart of a woman in her pangs. Lamentations 4:9, our persecutors are swifter than the eagles of heaven. They pursued us upon the mountains, and they laid wait for us in the wilderness. Ezekiel 1:10, as for the likeness of their faces, they four had the face of a man, the face of a lion on the right side, and they four had the face of an ox on the left side, and they four also had the face of an eagle. Now that's Ezekiel 1, so you should read that whole story about that hybrid robot wheels. Ezekiel 10:14, everyone had four faces. The first face was the face of a cherub. The second face was the face of a man. The third, the face of a lion. And the fourth, the face of an eagle. Ezekiel 17, thus saith the Lord God, a great eagle with great wings, long wings, full of feathers, which had divers colors, rainbow colors, came unto Lebanon, and took the highest branch of the cedar. Ezekiel 17:7, that was we heard that the great eagle with the great wings, with the vine that bended her roots towards him. Daniel 4:33, the same hour was the thing fulfilled upon Nebuchadnezzar, and he was driven from men and did eat the grass like the oxen, and his body was wet with the dew of heaven, and his hairs were grown like eagle's feathers, and his nails like bird claws. Daniel 7, Daniel had a vision by night, and behold, the four winds of heaven strove upon the great sea, and four great beasts came up from the sea, diverse from one another. The first was like a lion, and had eagle's wings. I beheld till the wings thereof were plucked, and it was lifted up from the earth, and made stand upon the feet as a man, and a man's heart was given to it. And I behold another beast, a second like unto a bear, and it raised up itself on one side, and it had 3 ribs in the mouth of it, between the teeth of it. And they said thus unto it, arise and devour much flesh. After this I beheld, and lo, a leopard, which had upon the back of it 4 wings of a fowl. The beast also had 4 heads, and dominion was given to it. After this I saw in the night vision, and behold, a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible, strong exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth, and it devoured and brake in pieces and stamped the residue with the feet of it. And it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns. And I considered the horns, and behold, there came among them another little horn, before whom there were 3 of the first horns plucked up by the roots. And behold, in this horn were eyes like the eyes of a man, and a mouth speaking great things. And I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit, whose garment was white as snow, and his hair like the head of pure wool. His throne was like a fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire. So I'm not going to read any more Daniel 7, but that sounds really interesting. Hosea 8:1. Set the trumpet to thy mouth, he shall come as an eagle against the house of the Lord, because they have transgressed my covenant and trespassed against my law, broke the law. Criminals, Hosea 8:1. Obadiah 1:4. Though thou exalt thyself as an eagle, though thou exalt thyself as an eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. Micah 1:16, I don't know what the backstory is on this, but it says, make thee bald and poll thee for thy delicate children. Enlarge thy baldness as the eagle, for they are gone into captivity from thee. Habakkuk 1:8, the horses are swifter than leopards and more fierce than the evening wolves. Their horsemen shall spread themselves, and their horsemen shall come from afar. They shall fly as the eagle that hasteneth to eat. Matthew 24:28, wheresoever the carcass is, there will the eagles be gathered together. Luke 17:37, they answered and said to him, where, Lord? And he said, wherever the body is, thither will the eagles be gathered together. Revelation 4:7, the first beast was like a lion, the second beast like a calf, the third beast had the face of a man, and the fourth beast was like a flying eagle. Revelation 12:14, and to the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness, into her place, where she is nourished for a time and times and a half a time from the face of the serpent. Matthew 24:7, for as the lightning cometh out of the east and shineth even unto the west, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For wheresoever the carcass is, there will the eagles be gathered. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of heaven shall be shaken. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And then I do have a message at the bottom about the Quran. It talks about the language of the birds. Suleiman, which I guess is Solomon. It says Solomon and David are said to have been taught the language of birds within Sufism. The language of birds is a mystical divine language. The conference of birds is a mystical poem of 4647 verses by the 12th century Persian poet Attar of Nishapur. spelled Attar, of Nishapur, Nishapur.